DJ without a laptop, you want to DJ just using a piece of DJ gear, but you don't want to go all the way and buy something like this, a full pro setup, which of course you can use without a laptop, but it's going to cost you the price of a small car. What you want is a nice unit that looks great on your home kitchen table, wherever you DJ, and also can easily be taken with you to play out and about. What you want is an all-in-one standalone DJ unit that you can use away from your laptop or even with it if you want to. And in this live lesson, we're looking at our favorite all-in-one systems for 2024. As ever, because we're live here at Digital DJ Tips, the world's leading online DJ school, we get to talk to you about it as well. So do pipe up in the comments wherever you're watching this, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, wherever. And I have got them all coming in here and will happily chat to you about this at the very end. For now though, we're going to run our 30-second opening sequence and then we'll get back and straight into our 7 favorite all-in-one standalone units for 2024. Really are having issues with our cameras today, aren't we? Most of them I'll be showing you here live in the studio, but we have got reviews of these over on Digital DJ Tips, all written up as well. So that's another place that you can look at them. And I can show you on the website where to find those reviews in a minute. But a couple of things I want you to know before we get started. The first one of those things is that this is all written up in an article. If you head over to Digital DJ Tips and look for the best all-in-one standalone DJ systems, this is where it's all written up. And this is where you can also find links to individual reviews and videos of everything I show you here today. But the second thing I want to tell you is that Digital DJ Tips is completely independent. We are not funded by any of the companies we're showing you here. We are not done any favors by any of the companies, and there's no affiliate links. You can't buy the products from our site. We just want to help you pick the right gear for you. And if you're interested in learning what that means and how we are funded, do go and take a look at the website. Again, there's a piece there, or you can just go to digitaldjtips.com/funding to learn how this site is unbiased and how it is that you can completely trust us to give you our true opinion, unfettered by anyone else. Right, let's get going. You might have noticed here, I've got this, the Prime 4 Plus from Denon DJ. And there's a good reason why I've got the Prime 4 Plus from Denon DJ in front of me now, because it is our creme de la creme. It's our favorite all-in-one standalone system of 2024. The Prime 4 that came before it was a fantastic system. This one has improved on it only very marginally, but it still has been improved on for this latest iteration. The colors have been changed slightly, the colors of the LEDs and so on, to make it look a bit more modern. It's got a faster, better chip in it, which means that you can use more streaming services on it than you could before. It's got the best tech overall. It's got the best Wi-Fi streaming services fed into it that you can get on other models made by the company that makes this. However, this is the best of them all. If you are looking for something with 4 decks that's got all the inputs and outputs that you could possibly want, you can see around the back of here, we can plug out to PA systems and to booth monitors and to main monitors, but also we can plug Ethernet in as well as Wi-Fi for a rock solid connection if we're streaming music. We can also plug in several microphones, plug in our turntables, our CDJs and whatever we want to plug into it. Ultimately, it is highly flexible. It works with or without DJ software, because you can plug it in and use this with DJ software as well. It's the best of all worlds, really. Now, you're going to pay good money for it, but you're going to get the most powerful standalone all-in-one DJ system out there. It can even control lighting, which is craziness if you think about it. But hey, it's powerful. So if you're not interested in running with the industry standard, in other words, what you find in most DJ booths, Pioneer DJ, more importantly, Rekordbox, because Rekordbox is the software that powers Pioneer DJ gear. If you're not interested in that, then this would be our top choice. You get more for your money with the Prime 4 Plus. You get more features, and therefore you get more fun than any other DJ unit. So this is our absolute favorite all-in-one standalone for most DJs most of the time in 2024. Now, our second favorite is one of the ones I'm not going to pick up. Instead, I'm going to go to the article and show you the picture, mainly because it would hurt my back to pick the thing up. It's just over there. Is this one here. Again, you can read the reviews of all of these over on our website if you want to see me actually hands-on with them all. Is this one. It is the Pioneer DJ Opus Quad. Now, this is a beautiful piece of equipment. It looks kind of like a piece of furniture as much as a DJ controller. Obviously, something radically differently looking is going to divide DJs, but I come down on the side of it being a really attractive piece of gear. It'd be good in your living room as much as it would be good out and about playing stylish mobile DJ gigs and so on. It's actually got a lot of power in it, which is something that most Pioneer DJ compatible systems haven't got, because their technology is older than the kind of tech we're looking at here. But the Opus Quad comes some way to catching up with this kind of tech. To start with, it's a full 4-channel unit, and that means that you've got full 4 channels of standalone control on it. You can plug in Wi-Fi in order to get your whole collection streamed over the cloud using the really very good Pioneer DJ cloud setup, although no streaming services in the Opus Quad. And that's its biggest downfall, I think. If you want to use streaming services, they're not plugged into it. Whether they'll come or not, I don't know. But the Opus Quad is a really nice DJ system if you immediately look at it and think want. I know a lot of mobile DJs like it because it just looks really good and they can set up a good looking setup with it. Not as much power then as this, and not as many features, and definitely costs more, but it's Pioneer DJ, people pay a premium for that, and it is compatible with libraries that have been analysed for other Pioneer DJ equipment. So if you're a pro DJ who uses something like this in your day job, if you like, playing at night of course, and then back at home for fun, you want something that's compatible with it, then this is going to be a better choice for you than going for something like this, which means you need a whole new library as well. So one thing with the Pioneer DJ one then is it's compatible with all their other gear. Now, moving down our list then, so we've looked at our top 2, the Prime 4 and the Opus Quad. Our third one, totally different end of the money, if you like, is this, the little Mixstream Pro Go from Numark. I love it. It's hundreds, not thousands. It's got built-in battery, built-in speakers. My thumb's pointing to one of them. Oh, it's got a good enough screen. It's the same operating system as this. In fact, there are only 2 operating systems out there for standalones worth talking about. Pioneer DJs and Engine DJ, which runs on the one you're looking at now and also runs on this. So it's got most of the features of the big Prime 4 Plus. It's just an insanely easy way to start DJing, because you buy this, you log into your Wi-Fi, you log into your streaming service, and you're off and running. You've got 2 channels, built-in speakers. It can control your home smart lights like Philips Hue or Nanoleaf. Also can control professional lighting as well. It's got everything you need. The only thing that lets it down really, I would say, is that the effects are a bit limited, but hey, it's hundreds, not thousands. When I taught my daughter to DJ, she wanted to play her school party, this is what I taught her on, because it was so simple and so much fun for her to get going without any faff. So this is, if you don't want to have to take a laptop with you, this is hands down the easiest way to get started in DJing, and we absolutely love it. It's the Numark Mixstream Pro Go, and it is, again, better value than the next one I'm going to show you, although we like the next one as well. And the next one is this. It's the Omnis Duo from, well, they're now called AlphaTheta as of this and a couple of other recent releases, but the same company that brings you Pioneer DJ. This looks similar to the Mixstream Pro Go. It looks very similar to the Denon DJ Go, but this is the Pioneer DJ take on that. Built-in battery, built-in screen. It's got the basics for DJing with, in this instance, record box embedded software, and it works with your existing Pioneer DJ library. It hasn't got streaming services, which is a big 0 against something like this, or even the little Mixstream. But if you don't want to use streaming services, this is a nicely laid out unit. It's a little bit bigger than some of its ilk, but that means that the controls are laid out really nicely. It's a lot of fun to DJ on. And so I'm a fan of this, just from a usability point of view. I quite like it. It's definitely divided people. I mean, they're like, I don't like the blue, or I don't like the fact it hasn't got Pioneer DJ written on it. But honestly, the color, the brand, that's not what it's all about. We like it. And if you wanted something of this form factor, but that's compatible with Pioneer and Rekordbox and AlphaTheta, whatever they're called today, then this is a good choice for sure. Happy to recommend it. So we've covered 2 kind of big units so far and a couple of little ones. The next 3 are all reasonably big size-wise, although they aim at different parts of the market. So the next one is the XDJ-RX3, another Pioneer DJ unit. This is the XDJ-RX3. This is an insanely popular all-in-one standalone unit. Again, it's Rekordbox. It is insanely popular because for most DJs, most of the time, it hits the sweet spot of size, price, and features. It's got a nice big screen, and that means it's easy to read. It's got all the features that most DJs use most of the time across its 2 channels. The last 2, the little ones, are also 2-channel. But it is limited in 2 areas, we think. Again, no streaming services added in. But the big one for us is there's no key shift or key sync, so you can't alter the key of a track that's playing. Come on, in this day and age, that should be a given in DJ units. It's in all of these, by the way. Every unit, the ones with engine, has got key shift in it. It's, to me, the big thing, and it's why I personally wouldn't use it, because my style of DJing involves moving the track up or down a note or 2 sometimes to get some nice blends and mashups and so on. So it's a shame that it hasn't got that, but a lot of DJs don't seem to mind. Whenever I go out and about in cities that I'm new to, you know, so I arrive somewhere and I wander around, have a look in a few bars, they all seem to have the RX3 in it. It is an insanely popular unit. So that's the pros and cons from our point of view. Remember, we have got the full reviews of all of these over on the website, so you can go and have a look over there if you want to get proper hands-on stuff from me. This is just a summary. So the next one, this is an interesting one. I've also got this down here. This is an interesting one, and I'll tell you why. It is the Denon DJ SC Live 4. Now this looks, on the face of it, notice how light it is. I'm just kind of picking it up like this. I couldn't do that with this. It looks on the face of it rather similar, doesn't it? Same brand to start with, same 4 channels, same angled screen at the top, almost the same size jog wheels as well. It isn't. It is quite a bit cheaper, and for a reason. I'll put it on my shoulder. See if the shoulder works. Hey, that works. It's like one of those old ghetto blasters, isn't it? Anyway, I digress. It has got speakers built in, so I'm not maybe being quite so outlandish there. Look, it's got speakers built in. It's very light. It's on my shoulder. I'm just messing around with it. It really should be titled the Numark SC Live 4. And that's the strange thing about this one. Denon DJ is a luxury brand, and yet they put out something which is basically a 4-channel version of the Numark Mixstream Pro Go I showed you. It hasn't got a battery in it, but other than that, it's a 4-channel version. You can't plug anything meaningful into the back of it. You can't run it with extra decks and stuff. It's just a software controller. It just gives you 4 channels of control on this rather small 7-inch screen at the top here. It's good if you want to use a standalone and you want 4 channels and you're happy to have those compromises. I think for a serious hobby DJ, for someone who plays out every now and then, especially for a live streamer who just wants a cool controller they can do some pretty advanced stuff on, it's a reasonably good pick. But I think it should be a Numark. You're getting a consumer device there rather than a pro device. And to me, Denon DJ has always been a kind of pro brand. So yeah, curious in that respect. Now the final one, which I am not going to go over there to pick up, is the Pioneer DJ XDJ-RZ or RZ. I've got the article here, so I'll at least show you the picture of it. The XDJ-X, did I say RZ? I meant XZ. This one here, it's a huge 4-channel controller. It's basically the standalone all-in-one box version of this. 2 of these and 1 of these. The jog wheels are the same size. The mixer looks and feels very, very similar. The problem with this one is that it's pretty underpowered. So although it's got 4 channels, you can only actually standalone DJ with 2 of them. You can plug a USB drive into it and DJ away, but you can only use 2 of them. Now that is, funnily enough, not a problem for the users of this, but people love this. And the reason people love this is it's got all the inputs and outputs and networking flexibility and professional sound quality and look and feel. The jog wheels are full size, the mixer's full size, the effects are there, the microphone channels are there. It's really a very, very professional unit. If you want to use it at the heart of a system where you're plugging other things in and so on, and the standalone capability, the ability to DJ without a laptop, you're happy to have that on just 2 channels, because maybe you've got record decks plugged into the other 2 or something. People appreciate the pro audio quality of it. People appreciate the pro inputs and outputs and features, but it is let down by the fact that it's only 2 channels standalone, which is why people really, really wanted to see this unit here, the Opus Quad, be launched instead, replaced at launch instead by the XDJ-XZ 2, which never happened. Pioneer DJ launched this instead with the 4 channel capability. Will they ever launch an XZ2? I don't know, but the existing model is really good if you want an all-round professional unit and you're not hampered by just having slightly limited 2 channel standalone capability. So they're the 7 favorites. To run them through again: Prime 4 Plus, most bang for your buck, most powerful of all. The Opus Quad, definitely the best looking, 4 channel, next generation from Pioneer DJ. No streaming, but apart from that, a very powerful unit. The Mixstream Pro Go, best value for money, hands down, it's brilliant. Omnis Duo, good if you want a Pioneer DJ compatible standalone with a battery in it. A XDJ-RX3 is probably the best all-rounder if you're on a bit of a budget, because it's a lot cheaper than some of the bigger ones here. The SC Live 4, even cheaper, rather strange though. Slightly consumer build that just kind of lets it down a bit and a bit limited in what it can do, but hey, it's a full 4 channel and good for a home user. And the XDJ-RZ, a great, I keep calling it the RZ and it's not, it's the XZ, isn't it? Sorry. The XDJ-XZ is a great choice if you want professional inputs and output, professional sound quality, professional look and feel, and you're not worried about having just a couple of channels on the standalone side of things. As I said, our full reviews and videos are over on the website. If you go and find this article here, let me show you how to find stuff on Digital DJ Tips. Just tap the magnifying glass in the top corner and type what you want. So if I typed all in one there, I'll get all the articles, including this one here, best all-in-one systems. And then you can scroll down and let's say you wanted to see our full review on the Prime 4, you just click on full review at the bottom here and you'll see the video and you'll also see the full written review as well. So do take a look if you want to learn more about any of these units. But now, because we're live, I'm going to go straight over to you and we're going to spend the rest of the time, you and me, together with this laptop here. For those of you that don't know how this works, I have a live chat coming in here, which you can see. Look at that, there's the live chat. So I'm now going to spend a little bit of time going through what you guys and girls are saying on the live chat. So help you with any questions about standalone all-in-one units. Firstly, hello to Kevin, Mixmaster G, Kesha, to Dan. A few of you missing the music. Yes, I'm sorry that the music didn't trigger today. I don't know why that happened, but we fixed the live stream. We dealt with it, didn't we? So I'm enjoying this, says Rins. It's great content. DJ Sarah says the Prime 4 Plus has updated Wi-Fi chip 2 and it uses the new Bluetooth firmware. Yes, great point. Thank you for pointing that out. So the Engine DJ units like this one here now have Wi-Fi in and also they have a nice way of controlling whatever you've connected by Wi-Fi on the screen with play and pause buttons and so on. But you're quite right, Sarah. This one, as opposed to the original Prime 4, has it. The original one doesn't. So thank you for that. What news on the new Rain Performer? Is there any news? Says Dan. Nope. When we find news, sorry, says Data Hoarder. When we get news on that, I will let you know. So this is from Rins, who says, I would love Pioneer standalone gear with streaming included. I currently have the Flex 10, but I'd like to lose the laptop. Yeah, the good thing about these kind of standalone systems is that they nearly all will work with DJ software as well, so you get the best of both worlds. But the only streaming services plugged into any Pioneer DJ standalone is the CDJ 3000s, which work with Beatport streaming, but you don't get that on anything else. They also work with Pioneer DJ's cloud library, as does the Opus Quad, but the Opus Quad unfortunately doesn't have that streaming service plugin. It's just for your own collection. You don't like my music says, call me conservative, but I prefer right angles. There was no context there, but I know you're talking about the Opus Quad. Yep, I told you it divides people right down the middle, that one. When it was announced, the Opus Quad again, this is from Bobby, I thought it was hideous. I have one in my studio right now, and I'm actually very impressed. Yeah, it grew on me as well, although I quite liked it right from the very beginning. Does Pioneer DJ have an incentive to ever make an XZ2? Since it would replace a lot of their existing gear in one fell swoop, I think that's probably why they haven't done it, to be honest. Maybe call me cynical, but there you go. This is some indie grub. Streaming is useless to me. I live in rural America. There's no streaming internet anyway. To a lot of people, the idea of DJing from a streaming service is useless anyway. So yeah, I totally get it. For a lot of people, it just isn't a thing. I'm convinced that Pioneer tacks on an extra $500 just for the name. Well, it's AlphaTheta now, isn't it? So will the AlphaTheta name attract the same premium feel? Who knows? The low latency Bluetooth audio is cool, but the overall Omnis is a total toy-like device, says Bobby. No, it's not low latency Bluetooth. You can't get any such thing in any DJ controller. The thing with the Omnis, which is worth talking about actually, because it is quite a good feature, is that they've got the ability to link Bluetooth to your phone. And then what you can do is you can start your Bluetooth playing on your phone. So say playing a track, and it will remember it and it will load the waveform. And then when the music's played in for just a few seconds, you can cue it up and play it. So in other words, it's buffering in the background, something you're streaming in. It's a bit hard to explain, but it's easy when you play with it. It basically means that you get the chance to alter the tempo and add effects to, and cue up and beat mix with a track straight from your phone on Bluetooth, which is pretty cool. But it's not zero latency, or it's not very low latency at all. There's still that delay. If you were to play it in live, you still get that delay. It's also got the ability to work with the new Wave 8 speaker, as has any DJ controller. And that is very low latency. They've got a kind of Wi-Fi transmitter that you buy when you buy that speaker, which lets you use a wireless connection between the back of your DJ controller and the speakers. But that's for another live stream. But anyway, thank you very much, Bobby, for that comment. So this is from Bobby, who says, you forgot about the weird angles on the Opus the moment you power it on. No, we've covered that, I think, Bobby. The Ruckus, I believe Standalone is over and done with as far as Pioneer DJ is concerned. AlphaTheta will handle that anyway. We think AlphaTheta will handle everything from now on with Pioneer DJ. There'll be no XZ upgrades forthcoming. That's my theory anyway, so thanks for sharing that, the Ruckus. Controllers are basically just a series of buttons and knobs, says you don't like my music. Controllers absolutely are. Let's just grab a typical DJ controller. It's nothing. It's like a keyboard. It's like a gaming keyboard. Hey, it's got a couple of these on instead of keys. This is utterly designed to work with a computer. It's just a box of buttons and knobs. One leading to your computer. The computer does all the work. It's why these are cheap. You're buying the software. It's like a printer. You're buying it so that they know you're going to buy the refills. You buy this because they know you're hooked into the software. They make your money. They make their money that way from you. It's like a posh DJ version of a keyboard and mouse or trackpad. And so controllers are very cheap. This kind of unit are very expensive because they've got a computer built in. Yes, they can still work as controllers. Yes, you can still plug them into your computer and you can use your computer that way. But you don't have to, because this is all being powered by a computer. This is the feedback from its built-in computer. And so that's why there's this big price differential, and that's why they are a lot more expensive, the standalone units. So thank you for everyone who's sharing the prices in the chat. That's very good of you. David says, I wish they would include an HDMI out on all-in-one units to connect to a bigger screen. It's a great idea, but I've never seen an HDMI out connected to those. It's just, yeah, I've never seen anyone do it, so I don't think there's any way to hack that. One thing these don't have, thank you a couple of people for pointing it out, is any kind of stems. They did kind of try it on this, but it didn't really work, and we haven't heard much more any more since. So yeah, you know, one thing that's true is that software will always stay ahead of hardware. So any new features will come first to software. You can guarantee if there's any AI features that come along. We've heard some rumblings about some of those that we might share with you in a few days' time, so watch out for that. They're going to come first to software, and then if they're popular enough, people will build them in finally to standalone units. So this is from Larry, who says, can a DDJ-XP2 be plugged into the Opus Quad for more control, like the sampler, for instance? Right, so this is an XP2. It's another posh keyboard. It's another controller for software. You don't plug it into DJ units like this. You plug it into your laptop via a computer connection, and it controls the software on the laptop. So no, it won't plug into these kinds of units, because you can't take an output from the built-in computers on units like this to add extra controllers to. You're stuck with the buttons that they give you. Of course, you could set it up if you're setting up a unit like this with software. Well, that's different, because then this plugs into the computer, your extra controller plugs into the computer, and you configure it all with the software. But standalone, no, it doesn't work that way, and it wouldn't connect up. How do you feel about adding controllers like the LC6000? I've got an LC6000 down here somewhere. This is an LC6000. It's basically a MIDI controller. Again, there's no sockets on the back for audio or anything. It just plugs directly into your computer. These are great. You can put these alongside something like this and plug it in to give you extra decks. So although this has got 4 channels, it's only got 2 decks, but plug one of these in, put it on the left, and another one on the right, you've suddenly got four full decks, and that will work. So yeah, these are really cool. I mean, the reason I say that these are designed to work with this, even though I also said that these plug into a computer, is that this has been specially designed to allow you to do that. It's made by the same company. Yeah, these are great. You can use these with a lot of different types of software to give you an extra physical deck, and I agree with you, they're really good. So if you can get it to work with your system, and you want, I mean, you might just have one, right? You might just have one extra deck, so you can have a third deck, maybe for acapellas or something. You don't have to add 2 of them. But yeah, I think they're great. So any plans for Pioneer to add streaming services to the Opus Quad, says LED. Not that we know of. So we will let you know as soon as we get any news on that, if we get news on that. Bobby says the LC6000 were excellent with Serato. I never felt that they were necessary when using with this kind of gear, because the dual layers work really well. These have what's called dual layers, you see. So I can switch this deck here. See, the deck went green. So this is the way you control 4 channels. These 2 channels here, 1 and that one there, and then the other one is the same thing. So that's how it works. However, you didn't see the need for that. You're quite happy with the way it works, so thanks. This is from Philip, who says, great review as always. My Mixstream Pro has been in a cupboard for a year. I'm looking forward to updating the engine DJ software. And then I will be getting a brand new controller. Sounds like you're back into it as well. What's the best budget standalone for traveling? The Numark Mixstream Pro Go Cosmic Puma would be my choice there. The Bluetooth feature on the Duo is underrated. It's such a great feature, says 47. That's what I was just talking about, isn't it? Yeah, I agree with you. It's good. I'm using the Pioneer DJ Opus Quad for Recordbox, so I'm using it with software, says Roman, and I'm really very satisfied with it. So thanks for sharing that. And I'm using the Pioneer Flex 10, which of course is a controller, says Southside DJ. And I'm using a mobile hotspot, which brings in my SoundCloud playlist, and they both play phenomenally well for me. And Paulius says the build quality of Denon is not as good as Pioneer, unfortunately. I bought the RX Mark 1 and my brother bought the Prime 4 at the time of release. I had to change cue and play buttons once and never had any problems with software, and Denon's front plate wore out after the second year. The cue and play buttons got stuck. The 4 color effects buttons became impossible to push. I'm sorry to hear that, Paulius. I guess gear does wear out, but it sounds like in the experience of you and your brother, you fared better with the Pioneer DJ gear than with the Denon DJ gear. We are planning on running some long-term reviews here on Digital DJ Tips with owner opinion incorporated in them. So this kind of thing will come out and we'll be able to share how people have got on after a year or two with their gear. So watch this space for that. I changed from the Pioneer DJ 800 to the Denon DJ SC Live 4, says DJ Villanova, and I'm very happy with it. No more laptop. Yeah, that is the big advantage here as well. What's the best sounding one, says Tony? Well, the more money you spend, the better the sound cards is the short answer to that, Tony. I had most of my mixes for over 20 years, and surprisingly, the Roland 707M, our favourite controller by the way, or one of them, has the best mix that I've ever heard. I think Pioneer sound is mid and Denon is way better. Pioneer tends to sound better the more you spend, certainly. Like the XDJ-XZ sounds really nice, for instance. The Opus Quad sounds really nice. As you go further down, not quite so good, but you found good sound in Denon's as well, so thank you for sharing that. And finally, I think Easy DJ says, AlphaTheta have been using USB-C on the back of their controllers. It's very annoying. I know I've said it before, but it really is the most disappointing feature change for me. Yeah, this is not using the USB-B, otherwise known as a printer cable, and instead using USB-C, otherwise known as a phone charging cable, right? And they are a bit wobblier. It depends which ones you buy. One of my students said that he bought some DJ Tech Tools USB-C cables and they were brilliant, plugged in, really solid. So maybe look at DJ Tech Tools if you want to get a DJ focused USB that sounds and looks really nice. Right, people, sorry for the lack of our theme tune at the beginning. I was most disappointed myself. Looking forward to hearing it. But I hope you've enjoyed today's show. Remember, you can head over to digitaldjtips.com where you can see the full version of this, which you can find by searching or just look in the latest articles. It's not so far back. It looks like this, where I talk you through all of these controllers, and more importantly, I link you out to our full reviews. If you want to buy them, you go buy them wherever you want. We're not interested in selling these to you. We're not working with any of these manufacturers. These are just our unbiased, independent viewpoints on what we think is the best for you, whether you're a student of our school or not. Speaking of our school and being a student, in literally hours, I think in less than 24 hours, our big Easter sale happens. So hold fire on your spending this Easter holidays until you see what we've got for you. It's pretty big. So keep an eye on the site, or if you're a subscriber, then keep an eye on your email inbox to know first about that. Meanwhile, for me, Phil, here in the studio, get good, get out there, make the moments. I'll see you again very soon. Until then, bye-bye.